Yes, let's get into it. Jetstar is facing legal action, Tom, for how they failed to refund tickets during COVID.
Yeah, right. They still haven't refunded the tickets.
Nah, so they went through it a really weird way in that they tried to give travel credits back for flights that were missed or cancelled during COVID. And then the suspicion is that they withheld people's money pretty much and used it for their own benefit, things like that.
Right.
As opposed to actually giving proper refunds. So Jetstar are in a little bit of strife for that. Qantas also did the same thing.
Yeah, okay, a little bit dodgy. That's why you should fly with Emirates.
Exactly right.
Register on our website, fresh927.com.au. You can check in there and win a trip for two to Dubai, thanks to Emirates.
Very nice plug. Now, as well, a bill criminalising the non-consensual sharing of sexually explicit deepfakes has been passed by Parliament and will become law. So if you don't know what that is, deepfakes are when you use artificial intelligence to create fake nude pictures of people. They might be real people that you know or celebrities, things like that.
So you can do it for absolutely anyone.
You can do it for anybody, and that is a problem, especially in schools at the moment and things like that. But the bill has been passed, and the repercussions are that you'll face penalties of up to 7 years in prison if you're sharing these pictures.
Fair enough.
Very fair enough. But yeah, that's been passed and it will happen.
Yeah, good stuff.
Over in other news, in Iceland, scientists have used special lights to develop a type of spirulina, a type of plant that has as much B12 vitamin in it as much as beef, and it can be digested by people. And this is really cool because it'll stop nearly 14 million children from becoming B12 deficient.
Right.
And B12 is
just
used
from a plant.
Yeah, from a plant. So B12 is used for developing your brain, your nerves, your blood cells. So this is great for all the kids out there.
Hey, great for vegetarians and vegans as well.
Yep, so they're killing it over there in Iceland, doing some amazing stuff and really changing the health game.
Last week, we had a bit of a staff luncheon.
Yep.
We had a guy here who was helping out and he just wrapped up. So we all went out for a bit of a lunch with him and we were just chatting around the table and somebody said their eyesight has gotten really bad lately. And another person pipes up and says, oh, you just need to add more carrots to your diet.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't hear that. What a horrible, horrible comment. It's just so basic, isn't it? Why put in the effort to make a carrot gag? It's just something you've heard.
It wasn't even a gag. It was like a genuine.
Really? Okay.
It was a genuine you should eat more carrots because they're really good for your eyesight. They improve your eyesight. Until then, the corporate fat cat is around the table and he pipes up and he's like, actually, no, that's not true. Carrots don't improve your eyesight, which I, up until last week, thought they did. It turns out, no, they don't help you visually. They just improve your overall eye health. Eye
health, right. Okay, so it has nothing to do with the eyesight, seeing in the dark like a rabbit, as you're told as a kid?
Nah. It turned out to be a complete lie. I've gone almost getting close to 25 years of my life, a quarter of my life, believing carrots have been good for my eyesight. I've been eating them like crazy. What have I been doing?
I've been injecting myself with carotene. What the hell? I thought I'd have X-ray vision by now.
But I want to go to the Fresh Fam here. What turned out to be a complete lie? I mean, another classic one that we hear all the time is that when you're a kid, you're told that you can't have the car light on while driving, and that's illegal.
Yeah,
that's a complete lie as well.
No, it's just because the parents get pissed off.
Yeah, they're like, turn that bloody light off. I know, I'll just tell them it's illegal.
How about one of the most classic ones, and you should grow out of this pretty quickly as a kid, but the wind's going to change your face. You're doing a frowny face. You're told, hey, the wind is going to stick your face like that forever. Don't pull a funny face.
Classic one.
Then you find out that it's absolute bullcrap and your parents are liars.
And I could have been doing silly faces this whole time.
Still don't trust them.
How about people saying that your blood is actually blue and it's not till oxygen hits it that it turns red?
Red. Yeah. You hear that a lot.
That's a lie.
Is it a lie?
Blood's just always red.
Always red, baby.
Blood's always... And swallowing gum takes 7 years to digest? Lie. Another lie. All these things. Taylor for your workdays in our producer's booth right now. She's shocked.
I mean, there's heaps of them, though. There's so many that as you get older, you realise, hey, that's absolute bull crap. And we want to find out what are the ones that you found out recently that is a lie.
We got this text here. I grew up thinking a cow had licked my face. I have a cow lick. Apparently, there were no cows involved in my hair dysfunction.
Imagine that. I'd want to see the evidence. Who is this cow? Give me a picture. Give me his name. He's ruined my hair for life.
Just living in the suburbs. Like, where the hell are these cows coming from every night?
This one here, eating the crust on a sandwich made your hair curly.
Oh, that's a good one.
I've never heard that before.
Wait, what? Really?
Never.
Yeah, that was the big thing.
And I've got curly hair. Maybe my parents tried to protect me.
Did you eat crust, or were you one of the people that didn't like your crust? You got cut
I
off.
ate the crust.
Yeah, I ate the
makes
crust
sense.
too. We both have curly hair. There might be something. There might be some truth to it.
Scientifically accurate, actually.
Hey, how about this one? This is a classic. Cracking your knuckles is bad for you. Biggest lie going around. Yeah.
Yeah.
There does. Well, I mean, there was studies on it. It doesn't actually cause arthritis. I think just people find the cracking noise annoying.
I think it's more there's air pockets within your knuckles and in between the bones, and that's what you're cracking.
Yeah.
But
It's just an air bubble in between the joints that pops.
Yeah, actually affect your bones. This one here, my dad told me if I changed the radio station, it cost him heaps of money, so I wouldn't play around with it. From Matt.
Yeah, well, Matt, keep it on fresh.
Keep it on fresh.
92.7.
No need to fiddle with it.
Another lie here. I was always told not to sit so close to the TV or else my eyes will go square.
Oh, it's a huge one.
Yeah.
You know what? There's some sort of, not that your eyes are going to go square, but it will botch your eyes a little bit if you sit too close, I reckon.
Yeah. Take a step back.
Can't be great. You need to up your carrot intake if you're going to sit that close to the TV. This one here, I only found out that last year that dogs can see colour and they don't just see black and white. I'm 32, from Rachel. Yeah, they see like variations or something, I think. They can't see the full spectrum, but it's just little drops here and there.
Yeah.
Once again, if
These are great.
Carrots.
These are great. Another text here. That people are nice.
Yeah.
Nah.
Biggest lie around. Working in the city has its perks, of course.
Yes.
I mean, we're close to the pub.
Okay.
We're close to a lot of food spots.
Yeah.
And one of those food spots is Palace Nova, the cinema right next door.
Yes.
And you're probably wondering, a food spot, Callum? That's a cinema. What the hell? However, here at Fresh, I feel like there's so many people that have a habit. And it's a big habit that we go and get popcorn and bring it back to the studio here.
Yeah, I mean, some days there are people. I don't personally like popcorn.
Yeah.
Right? I like the smell of it, so I don't mind it too much. But there are days here where I've seen 3 jumbo popcorns just laying around the place.
Yeah.
It smells like a cinema in here more often than not. And I don't understand why people constantly go next door to Palace Nova to buy popcorn.
Yeah, it's just I guess it's like a work snack that keeps you going. If you like popcorn, it's quite good. It's always a weird thing going to Palace Nova, though, and saying, no, I don't want to see a movie. I'm just here for the popcorn. I think they find it just as weird, but they oblige. So you end up bringing a bunch of popcorn back, but I think there's debate of who eats the most popcorn here.
I don't think there's
Fresh.
debate. I think there's a clear winner.
You know who it is.
A clear front runner.
It's Taylor for your workday. She absolutely loves it. She fangs for the popcorn.
She started this whole popcorn trend. She was the first one to go and get popcorn and bring it back here to work. And then it happens almost every day. Almost every day she's got a jumbo popcorn.
She's always there, always getting the popcorn. And I didn't realize how much she loved it until yesterday. So I went and got a jumbo popcorn myself.
Yeah.
I went up to her office and I thought I'd be nice and offer her some because, you know, it's a huge popcorn.
She's the queen of popcorn.
I'm not going to eat it myself. Yeah, she's the matriarch of popcorn in this place, sitting on a throne of it. So I thought I'd offer her some or she'll crush me.
We've started calling her Pop around the office.
Yeah, got her own nickname. But I went into her office and I said, Taylor, would you like some popcorn? And gave her my box for her to put her hand in and grab a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
She then perks up with so much excitement. Never seen her so excited. And she's like, oh, yeah, let me put it in my box. Reaches under her desk. She's got an empty box that's flattened out. She puffs it. She puffs it up, inflates this box, and then grabs mine and starts tipping about half my box into hers.
Half the box into her empty box. What? She's pulled out a flat box that she's obviously finished. She's like, here's one I prepared earlier.
Yeah, just for safekeepings in case the day rolls around, someone offers her popcorn and she can fill it up. It was reminiscent of a school bully taking my lunch. She just stole all of my popcorn. And then at the end of the day, I said to her, I was like, oh, I'm going to put the popcorn upstairs, see if any of the office people upstairs want the popcorn. And she was like, no, it's fine. I'll just put it in my office. I'll eat it tomorrow.
What?
And then I said, yeah, I know. And then I said, no, I'll put it upstairs. And it was like Gollum to a ring. She was like, leave it here. leave it downstairs and snarled at me.
Hey, Callum, we were having a bit of a chat the other day down here in the office, bit of a spitball chat where we just sort of throw out ideas. And we started talking about buck shows and hens parties and stuff. And then we got onto the topic of having exotic dancers there.
Sure, yes. This is a classic 9 to 5 conversation that we would have. And it came about because, I guess we have a lot of mates. We're getting to that age where they are getting married. People are getting engaged. And the idea of having bucks shows and things like that is becoming more common for us.
Yeah, and we were talking about whether it's okay to have exotic dancers at the bucks or hen show. I think perfectly fine. What about you?
I think it's fine so long. I think there's an intimacy level. It depends how intimate you're getting with the dancer that it can cross a line for sure.
There's definitely a line you can cross, but I think we all know not to cross that line. But we've got our panel in here. We've got Taylor for your workday and the voice of Fresh, Mattia. Guys, good morning.
Oh, good morning.
What do you think? Is it okay to have an exotic dancer at the buck show or your hen show?
Personally, no. You've got me.
None at all.
Yeah. Why do you need that?
So you're definitely on the front of, hey, you're getting married to me, you love me, why would you have a girl or guy, whatever, at the show?
Absolutely. I am the prize here.
So you wouldn't want Magic Mike at your hen show?
No,
right.
don't need it.
So me and Tom came out with 6-pack abs,
washboard abs,
and started dancing in front of you. You wouldn't have a geese.
Nothing but a cowboy hat.
Different taste, personally, but no.
There you go.
I do find it funny that both of the boys in this room have said, hell yeah.
I
think it's fine.
I don't think we quote unquote said hell yeah.
I think
I was thinking it.
Low-key.
I was thinking it.
But I have to agree with Mattia. I do not agree with exotic dancers at the bucks. I think, if you're getting married, you respect me, we are in love. You don't need that. And if your friends are trying to get around it and bring them for you, again, you shouldn't have those mates.
And I think there's nothing wrong with any of that. But in terms of a committed relationship where you're about to get married, no,
you don't need it because it's just trouble. You're asking for trouble.
How would you feel about your husband if, say, the mates organised it then and it wasn't on their behalf, but he's still indulged?
He has a voice.
But what if he doesn't know?
Nah.
What if
she's making excuses for your hypothetical husband?
You can leave, buddy.
What if she pops out of a cake and he had no idea?
Well, he can look the other way.
I've got so many friends that are in this realm, and I've heard so many bad stories about things just going wrong, and I'm like, I cannot do it. It's so
I agree.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for the opinion there. That's the panel's opinion. No to exotic dancers at the buck show or the hen show. Now we want to get the Fresh fam's opinion. Give us a buzz. Is it okay to have an exotic dancer at the buck show or the hen show? For me, it just seems like it's something that always goes together, like beer and peanuts, you know?
Which also goes with bucks nights and exotic dancers. Yeah. It all wraps into one.
Yeah. So we're still joined with Taylor for your workday. Taylor, you're against it.
Yes. Yeah,
all right.
Fully.
Well, there's a few texts coming through the text line at the moment. We'll get to them first before we get to our calls. Somebody's texted through saying exotic dancers all the way. You got to support them so they don't go out of work.
Good stuff.
Support the economy, guys.
You can tell a bloke texted that in as well. This one here. I've been to several hens nights held at Madame Josephine's because I guess that's the only venue that caters for women in a controlled environment. Okay, so nice to know that there is a safe establishment where it can happen appropriately.
Yeah, maybe a classier establishment has more rules.
Not just at a home.
Yeah, it's a bit rogue out
there.
So
you'd be more okay if it happened in a venue?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm right with it. Keep going.
You're still having an issue no matter what, even if your partner is just looking at the exotic dancer.
Because at some point your hands or your bodies are going to be very close
touching,
together. And I'm not about that.
Yep.
Hey, Max from Mount Barker texted in. He couldn't come on the phones, but he said, honestly, fellas, I have to agree with the girls here. I'm 25. I've had my fun with exotic dancers. I'm looking for that woman that who I'll fall head over heels for and never even consider going to a gentleman's club for my bucks. But she needs to know that I will be going to Vegas to go gamble and get absolutely turned with the boys.
Okay. Let's go. Let's get turned.
Yeah, can I come?
girls included.
Max,
I love it.
Max is fishing for his lovely lady out there, I reckon.
Oh, Max, what a man. Yeah, more boys should be like that.
Great bloke.
Hey, another text just came through. Absolutely should be okay. It's not an affair and you should be comfortable and confident in your relationship and partner.
I guess that I guess that is the
Nah,
discussion
you-
that you should be
Cop out.
comfortable and confident. But you said before, Taylor, that you've heard so many horror stories that these
Yeah.
people that do seem loyal go to these Bucks nights and then something happens and
if
you
you're
wake
going
up.
there, I'm comfortable and confident that you are more in that world and not about me, and that's not enough. So
Yeah.
bye.
All right, hey, let's go to Holly over in Nan. Holly, good morning to you. What's your opinion on
morning.
this? Exotic dancers at the Bucks or Hens, yay or nay?
I'm a yay. I'm actually an entertainer myself.
Ooh, okay.
And I at first when I started it, I was a bit unsure, but getting to actually work in the industry, and especially when you work for a professional company, there's rules. There's no touch policy. There's all these things that cover the grounds of what you guys are speaking about. And also the trust of the partner is a massive thing. You've got to trust your partner to do the right thing, and if they do the wrong thing, well then, thank God you knew early than later. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, like I work for Risque and Dante in Adelaide, and they're amazing. They're professionals, and the girls are and the guys are. It's our job, and we don't cross lines.
Isn't there there's always one that ruins it for everyone else, isn't there? Isn't there, 90% of the girls probably good, but maybe there's one girl every now and then that crosses the line, and you're like, can you not? Can you please?
Yeah, that may be the case, but and when you work for a professional company, like I said, they are very quick to resolve the issues. So,
Sure.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to worry about it, Risque and Dante are the places to book in Adelaide.
And Holly, so we're talking about those controlled environments. Does anything go a bit astray when you're just doing it at a house? Do you hear any of those horror stories Taylor's talking about?
Look, rarely. Some can get out of hand, but again, it's dealt with.
It more
professionally
depends
and,
on the guy, right? It's not really you girls that are going crazy. It's more the husbands, the guys getting married.
Some environments, you're walking into an environment of could be 20 odd guys all drinking and having fun, and that's where us girls have to be pretty tough, and we just have to tell them the rules, and if they don't like them, then we leave. So again, it's our job, and
Hey,
if you're professional about it, and
yeah.
that's
Well,
it.
Holly, thank you so much for calling up. What a different perspective we got to gain from you. Really appreciate the call.
Cool, thank you.
Cheers, Holly.
Cheers. Hey, keep letting us know, Adelaide. 0428 927 927. You can text through. What do you reckon, Adelaide? Is it okay to have exotic dancers at the Bucks or Hens? I feel like it's still pretty 50-50 at the
Hands
moment.
off. Keep your hands off, guys.
Tom, we're talking birthdays and the science of birthdays because a university over in America has pretty much detailed the amount of germs that get contracted on a birthday cake when you go to blow out the candles.
Right, yeah. I've never actually thought about that, but there would be a lot of, blowback, wouldn't there?
Yeah, I feel like we're shattering the glass for a lot of people right now because you go your whole life doing the birthday ritual, having the birthday cake. You don't really think, you're blowing saliva all onto a cake multiple times. If some jerk pranks you with the joke candles that don't go out, that's a hell of a lot of spit coming out of your mouth trying to blow those things out.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it'd be bad enough with adults, but yeah, like kids blowing out the candles, I feel like there would be a lot more saliva coming out there.
Well,
I've never actually thought about this. It is kind of gross.
Well, apparently, according to this university, it increases the bacteria on the icing by 14,000% as soon as you start blowing out the candles.
Yeah, right.
So there's a lot of, and I guess, with COVID and things like that, there is a lot of illnesses that can be contracted. So they've come up with these ideas of how you can kind of stop this and prevent sickness at the birthdays.
So they've come up with alternatives.
Yeah, alternatives. These are big alternatives that people are trying now instead of the traditional just blowing out the candles on the cake.
All right, run me through them.
So one of them is, there's two big ones. One of them is that you have the cake, you sing your song, it's all lit on the cake, all the candles, but then you take them off individually and you hold them and give them around to a person each at the party, and then they all blow out one each.
Right. I don't like that.
It's a weird one, isn't it?
What's the other one?
Also, because the candles dwindle and they burn, what are you going to burn your fingers?
Yeah.
And what if it's a 90-year-old and then you don't have enough people at the party, or you have to wait around for all these people to blow out a candle and take it off the cake?
Does it mean everyone gets to make a wish after they blow out the candle?
Too many rules.
I mean, how many people are you meant to kiss? You don't know because all the candles are blown out.
These are the pressing questions, but this is our world now, that this is what we could see for birthday cakes in the future.
Right. Nah, I'm not about that. What's the other one?
The other big one is that you put a big plastic container over the cake
Nah.
and then wedge the candles through the plastic. So it's pretty much like a salad bar or a buffet bar, how they have the protective glass.
It sounds more like, the chocolate cake you get from Woolies and you're just piercing candles through the lid.
That is exactly what it is. So
Right.
you probably leave it in its container and just pierce candles through it and light them up.
Nah. Look, I think it's pretty well known at this point. I really hate my birthday. I don't like birthdays at all. But don't stuff around with birthdays, okay?
You're like, I don't like him, but I'm a traditionalist. I like a traditional birthday. If I do have to cop a birthday, I want a traditional one.
I mean, when you're blowing out candles as a kid on the birthday cake, it's one of the most fun parts. Leave it alone. Who cares if a little bit of spit gets on there? You're all family
Exactly
anyway. You're
right.
close friends.
I think it's one of those things we don't change. You don't need to bugger around with the birthday rituals.
Absolutely not. Callum,
Yes.
since I was a kid, I've been obsessed with movie props, right? And I've always wanted them in real life.
Yeah.
So things like lightsabers, Batman's utility belt, so many other things. I've always just wanted them.
It's cool stuff. And when you see it in real life, it is pretty damn cool. You can go to Movie World and see Batman's, like you said, Batman's actual suit, his belt, Joker's jacket, things like that. They're pretty incredible to see.
Yeah, and I love it when I get to find out things that actors take from sets, right? And there's so many articles you get to see what people are taking away from sets, whether it's sometimes stealing them or sometimes they're offered to take them with them. And the most recent article I saw was about Keanu Reeves and what he took from the set of The Matrix.
Yeah, okay. So there's quite a few things you could take from the Matrix set. I mean, a black leather jacket, the sunglasses, things
Lawrence
like that.
Fishburne's Sonny's.
There is actual sunnies.
Their prescription.
What are you doing?
But like, it's been known for a while that Keanu Reeves did take one of the pills, and of course, in the Matrix films, his character Neo is offered two pills, blue or red. The red pill to leave the simulation, learn the truth, and the blue pill was to just stay content with his life in the simulation. And of course, in the movie, he takes the red pill, but in real life, what pill did Keanu take? He has just confirmed that he took the red pill.
Yeah, okay.
Of course.
So,
Why would you take the blue pill?
no, the red one's more fun.
Yeah. He's also taken things like a sword from 47 Ronin, the watch and wedding ring from John Wick.
Right.
And as much as it may not be on the same scale, I feel like people take things from work all the time,
Well,
right?
I feel like in a weird way it is kind of the same level because the pill in itself would be cheap.
Yeah.
It'd be
nothing.
What is it? Like probably a little styrofoam thing.
You
about
could probably
2
go buy your own from the chemist.
2 centimeters big. Yeah, it's probably, who knows what it's made out of, but it's probably cheap as. It really means nothing. And I guess you wouldn't even know if The Matrix was going to be successful in the first movie, so he just swiped it. So it is kind of similar to what you take at work in your day-to-day job.
And we are going to go to the text line here. And of course, we'll keep you completely anonymous for this one. But we want to know, what did you take from work, Adelaide? I remember back when I worked at the pub, and this is before the pandemic, before toilet paper was a crazy thing to try and get. A girl I worked with at the pub used to take toilet paper from work to save cost.
Right, okay. Yeah, it's a big one, isn't it? And wait, you said this is before the pandemic.
Yeah, this is before the pandemic. So this is like back in 2018 when I first started working at the pub. And she'd just be leaving a shift with a big roll of toilet paper. We're like, see you guys.
All right,
Like, what
see
the
you guys.
hell?
Yeah, don't ask too many questions, but the toilet paper thief has just revealed herself.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who's currently listening upstairs here at the office, and I could possibly get into a little bit of trouble for saying this, but I borrowed a few AA batteries from work to test at home.
Give it a little test run.
Yeah,
I swear to God, I'm going to return them.
Well, batteries are expensive, man.
They are expensive.
There's a hell of a lot here.
Yeah. I've taken from this place as well.
Okay, geez, we're both stitching ourselves up. So, Fresh Fam, you better get around this on 0428 927 927. What did you take from work?
As I say, staring up at the ceiling, knowing that all the office workers are up there.
I did just see the corporate fat cat walk by as well.
Yeah, I've taken toilet paper from here.
You've taken toilet paper from...
2 rolls. It was last week, actually.
Is everything okay, man? You need some money?
Just, moving into a new rental and stuff. Times are hard.
Yeah, times are tough.
But it's just, I didn't really want to, I couldn't be bothered walking to the shops or whatever, it was just, it was right.
That makes
it was
so
right,
much worse.
It was right here.
You took toilet paper from me because you can be bothered going and buying it.
Pretty well. It feels like a medieval crime, like stealing bread or something, taking toilet paper from work. I'm going to be headhunted for that one.
Yeah, we're both going to get a talking to after the show. Fresh fam, we've stitched ourselves up. Time for you to get involved. Got this text here. Used to work at a chemist. As soon as it was expired, it was coming home with me.
Dear God.
Does it still work when it's expired?
I think most things would still work to a degree, even if they're expired. That's
Yeah.
why you take them.
Yeah, I guess
That's
that must have some sort of effect.
That's our pharmacists out there doing God's work. This one here, morning lads, I was a truckie. They had their own mechanical workshop. If I ever blew a light globe in my car, I could get one from the spares. That's from Bob. Good stuff.
Bob. All right. How good's that? Hey, another text here. I stole concrete from work to fix up some cracked concrete I had in my driveway.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair? Yeah.
Going to good use, I guess.
Yeah.
I love this one here. I'm a dental hygienist, and I will take some of the dentist toys for my kids from Katie.
Oh, right, the toy. I forgot that.
Dentists have
dentists
toys?
have toys. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Hey, how about this text here? Probably going to have to stay anonymous for this one. I work for a trade group and borrowed some power tools and have not yet returned them. I've got a drill, nail gun, and an orbital sander.
I like how there seems
Jeez.
like there's a tone in the voice that they may want to return them, but I don't think you ever will.
No, you return them if you get caught.
Yeah,
Like, oh, yeah,
you-
I just
you've-
borrowed that for something around the house last night.
You've taken them.
I'm bringing it back.
It's too far gone now. How about this one? G'day, boys. Each week I'll restock my teas at home with ones from work. Been doing this for the last 2 years and no one's cotton on.
Yeah, right. Taking the tea from work. That's that's good, right?
It's a discreet crime.
It's it's barely a crime.
No
if you're just stocking up for the week, you're not taking the whole box.
No one's going to get you in trouble for stealing tea, right?
Nah, absolutely
I'm
not.
lying off some out there in our kitchen.
This is a classic one. Take stationery home all the time from work, lol.
Stationery seems like a big one people would take.
Yeah, another one that would not cost that much. I think that's fine. Taking a few pens, staplers.
I like how we're giving the thumbs
We're
up
giving
for
the
approval.
okay,
yeah, go
yeah.
on, go on. I don't know your boss. He or she doesn't know me, but I'm sure it's quite all right. And I love this one here. This is going back to the movie sets. This is pretty cool. Alex has said, I worked on the set of Wolf Creek shot here in SA
Right.
and took home one of John Jarrett's shirts. That is not a guy you want to steal from.
Just taking like one of his actual shirts.
Yeah.
Went into his trailer.
Not even
Not
from
even
the
from
set.
the movie.